It'll be a second. Hello, everyone. It's Georgina from Avocado Property here. I'm here with Amy, who is a new business owner, and the business is called Two Lost Birds. Hi, Amy. How are you today?
I'm doing good, thank you. Georgina, how are you?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. So we're here to talk about your new business that you've just set up. So I just want to if you can tell everybody a little bit about you and your background, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course. So I went to art college. All my family always thought that I was going to be an artist. I went to art college, I went to fashion college, and back then, which is quite a long time ago, it wasn't really something you could make a total career out of, in my mind. It was, either you're a poor artist or you do something else.
Right.
So I left art college feeling quite disillusioned, actually, which is really sad. I learned so much, but I decided to put my art to one side, even though since I was tiny, literally, like when someone said, "What do you want to be?" I was like, I'm going to be an artist.
Mhm.
I started like just looking into other ways that I could be creative. I finished art college and I was, thought, should I go into acting? And then I went into fashion for a while. That's a very difficult industry, very tough competition and tough personalities, and
Yeah.
not quite for my personality, I think, too sensitive. um, uh, so I decided to go get a job in a florist. So I started off washing buckets, and when I was about
Wow.
18, 19,
Oh, okay.
and learned my trade from a very lovely lady. And I've been a florist ever since. But in my spare time, I also was creating music, started my own band, and was being creative in all a manner of different ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was good fun. I mean, I think that I'm one of those people that I have to create. I just can't help myself.
Yeah.
Um, and then yeah, so floristry's been my thing until I got COVID. Not March just gone, a year before, and it just
Mm.
totally turned my whole life upside down.
Yeah, I think you were really poorly, weren't you?
Yeah, really poorly. I managed at home, and I sadly I was made redundant from my dream job, working for a lovely lady who I'm actually working for still as a freelancer. So I've still got my hand in my floristry, but yeah, this art has just grown without
Yeah.
me trying very hard, which is wonderful. And the art world has changed so much, from 20 odd years ago, that now I feel that I can really make a go of it, and it's amazing. And yeah, I've just had so much support, so I'm
Oh, that's brilliant.
very,
Yeah, that's what you need when you're starting out a business, definitely. So, how
yeah.
did it all come about then from the beginning? What made you go for it?
So I think I was doing typical, most mummies will understand this. I was started doing mummy homeschool with my daughter during lockdown. I was still recovering from COVID. I was in a bit of a state. Couldn't walk very far. Couldn't do much. But I just threw all my love and attention into trying to educate my 8-year-old. And most mums and dads will know how tricky that is. And when they go to bed and it's just exactly the same every day. And it was my husband actually that said, you need to do something for you. You need to do something that you love, that you get a kick out of. That he said, like right now, you're all about Eva and all about everything else. He said, you need to be about what makes you happy. Um,
Oh,
and
is he
it's
going to take credit for it now then?
yeah, probably. It's just like,
That's
well,
good
it
that
was
it's so
my
supportive.
idea. Yeah, he's been awesome actually. It's a very difficult juggling act when you're both sort of working. Um,
Yeah.
and it was a very uncertain time for both of us. But so originally it started out as therapy, and I started filling the house with art again. I've never totally lost track of my art. Even with the band, I was still creating artwork and doing live art at gigs and just making it all so it all came together, all the things that I enjoy. And yeah, then it just started growing from that point.
Yeah, that's so good. So, what is it? What products or services do you offer? So to tell people about what you can do for them.
So I have a print shop where I do really beautiful limited edition prints of my work. These make lovely gifts. And I've branched out in a lot of things because usually, you know, people contact you and they say, "Oh, do you do this?" Like at the moment, I'm doing chalkboards for a local business, Two Sisters in Crowthorne. It's such a gorgeous. Do you know the Crowthorne?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm doing that at the moment. And someone said, "Oh, do you do chalkboards?" I was like, yeah, I suppose I can. And then we designed them together. So, and then I had someone contact me and say, "Oh, do you do big canvases?" And I said, like, yeah, I can do. What do you have in mind? "Oh, I'd like David Bowie, but as the Goblin King. And I'd like him, but I'd like him, you know, with a backdrop of the labyrinth, and I'd like this. Is this something you do?" And I said, yeah, I can do that.
Wow.
Costed it up. So like I started off thinking I'd just do some pretty little prints, and then people are like, "Oh, can you do a portrait of my dog?" And I was just like, yeah, I'll do a portrait of your dog. What's your dog's personality like? And then she showed me pictures, and I was just like, oh my gosh, this dog would look amazing in a little flat cap and little waistcoat. And I was like, it's just an idea, but would you like, you know, your dog just looks like such a character. And they're like, oh my gosh, yes, I need this. So I've been doing loads of pet portraits, which is hilarious because people seem to like their pets more than they like their children in a way. I've done more pet I suppose that they don't talk back. So
yeah. Yeah. True.
So yeah, I've just ended up doing loads of different random.
Real sort of variety then. Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to create for people then?
I love it all, if I'm honest. I love a challenge. I recently did a gorgeous family portrait. A lady contacted me and said, "I've got 9 people that I want a painting of."
Yeah.
I was like, okay. And I was thinking that's a lot of faces to get on one piece of canvas, and I was just like, okay, well, send us some photos through and we'll discuss ideas. And I really enjoyed that because it felt like a really emotional journey for my lady. Because 3 of the people sadly weren't with us anymore.
Oh, of course. Yeah. So that was,
Yeah, and I'm quite an emotional person anyway, so I was just like, oh, I just want this to be perfect for them, and it's like that, like trying to put together a memory that never happened.
Yeah, of them all being together at the same time.
Yeah. And they wanted the backdrop of like Disneyland, like the boardwalk, because it was somewhere that they used to love to go on holiday, but I don't think they'd ever quite made it all of them together.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's really emotional then.
Yeah, really, really emotional. And I worked very closely with the lady, and I made sure, because all the photos, when you're dealing with like all the old photos, a lot of them are really blurry. They don't have the high, lovely res images you get with your camera phone now. So some of it was difficult. So I had to keep checking with the customer, is this look like the person? And
is this the right nose? And
yeah, exactly. And they're like, oh, there's something, like it looks exactly like the reference photo, but there's something missing. And then she realized that she very rarely saw her granddad without glasses. And then as soon as I put the glasses on, she was just like, yes, that's him. And then we got all excited about maybe using little parts of collage. And so we had old letters from the people that have passed, and Winnie the Pooh, and things that they were into. Like the dad was really into collecting medals, and he was really into trains. And so I basically just pieced like a jigsaw, all these pieces of collage and the colours of the recipient, the favourite colours. Try to get all their heights right. So if you haven't got a photo of
yeah, how do you
in
know?
the
Yeah,
floor, like, and then standing next to someone, how do you know? So
yeah.
yeah,
Oh wow, it sounds like it was amazing.
she was so happy, and she sent me
Oh,
a video of the mummy seeing it for the first time.
oh,
She did an Easter hunt, and it was the treasure in the boots. Like, she had to
oh,
go. It's
wow.
so cute, so
Yeah.
adorable. And her mum, she was filming her. Maybe her mum didn't appreciate it. I know her mum's quite shy, but she just burst into tears. And like,
Oh, really sweet.
it's lovely because obviously at the moment I don't see many people's reactions, but that was so special. Like,
Yeah, yeah, to know that you've created that for that family. Yeah,
yeah,
that was
yeah. So
amazing.
it's and since then I've had a few commissions from that, people that want similar things. They love the idea of the collage, and so they almost choose loads of different photos. I choose my favorite that I feel will work, and then we use a collage of other different photos in there as
Yeah,
well. But it makes for a very personal, like, family heirloom, really.
yeah,
Also,
definitely.
like, because I've got my prints that I can do. Um, she's getting some prints done eventually of the large piece of work. So I've got it scanned because it was on very large canvas paper, and so every family member can have a copy.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's brilliant as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
great. It sounds like you're going to take off, and it's all going to go very well for you. And I think it's because you're putting your heart and soul into it. It's not
yeah,
just it's not just about being a business for you. It's your passion, and you clearly love
yeah,
people and want people to be happy. So I think that really
yeah,
comes across. So
yeah.
yeah, I've no doubt you're going to absolutely smash it. So
Oh,
in
thank
terms
you.
of people, for customers, can people purchase some sort of like gift voucher or anything from you?
Yeah, yeah. So I had one of my customers that I did a really beautiful kids mural for, because I do murals as well. um,
Bit of
just,
everything.
just ask me anything, I'll do that. I did a beautiful kids mural, like foxes, and oh, I loved doing it. It's like, like you think your perfect kids room,
Yeah.
like it was all like whitewashed, but then it had really realistic foxes and birds in the air. And we also had the two pet bunnies, Charky and Smudge, and they were being lifted. One was being lifted into the air by balloons, and the other
Oh,
was looking on as if to say "ha," because they don't get on. So that was quite
oh,
amazing. But yeah, she asked
oh,
me to do a voucher for her mummy.
oh, okay. Yeah.
Because her mum is, she loves doing art, but she lacks confidence.
Oh,
And I
okay.
actually said to her, if your mum wants to come, then we'll do the mural together. I can, she can have a part of this. I'm not precious, and I teach as well, so I can, she can do like the little mushrooms, and I'll guide her. And but sadly, because of COVID, we couldn't mix. I had to go
Okay.
to my room with my face mask and open all the windows, close the door, and be sat there. So
Yeah.
for Christmas, she bought her mum Two Lost Birds experience of one-to-one tutoring. So
Oh, wow. Okay. That sounds amazing. Tell us more.
yeah, so it's haven't done it yet because obviously with all the restrictions, but eventually we're going to get together. It's like 2 hours, and we're going to sit next to each other, and we're going to choose an image that we want to paint, a small image, and I'm going to teach her how to uh, take the image that she wants and transfer it onto paper through a couple of different methods. And then I'm going to try and teach her to sort of observe the colours and how they look. Um, and at the end of it, she should have something that she's really super proud of.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it sounds really great that you're teaching other people as well as sort of creating the sort of things for
Yeah.
people. So yeah, it sounds amazing.
I
Okay.
think it would be a really lovely experience, even if you're, not terribly good at the old art, but you just want to, we can choose something quite simple and do, just judge
Yeah.
what someone's up for. Um,
It's something really different as well as a gift for
Yeah,
somebody who's maybe dabbled in a bit of art. Definitely, I think
yeah,
it's something completely different because you get a lot of the experience days, and obviously everything at the moment is going to be so busy with things opening back up. So
yeah,
actually, it's something really different that people can do. When we can all get together again, I think it's a really great idea,
yeah,
and just another sort of extent of your business that's so different. So yeah, you're really
yeah,
offering something great there. Um,
yeah.
so obviously your favourite bit is kind of just everything really, which I think
Yeah,
is
it's
that.
hard to pinpoint. I think I just like the challenge and the people aspect. I mean, with my floristry, I've done that for so many years, and you build up connections with people. I've taught floristry as well, even though I was self-taught. I don't have all the certificates that people have when they've been to college. But having that my art background, I can also make anything in flowers. So recently, I made a Del Boy car, three-wheeler in flowers for
Oh
someone's.
wow.
So yeah, but I do think that my art seems to be an extension of this lovely expression. And with floristry, it's very much about your connection with the person when it's a wedding or a funeral. It's about connecting with that person and doing something really beautiful, like a beautiful focus for them.
Yeah,
Uh, and I've loved meeting people. I generally love people, even the pains. I kind of get why they're a pain, because they share with you. They share with you their stories, and they're very open at these times of grief. And I'm finding that with my art, it feels like often it's not all the sad occasions. It's like they've got a wedding to go to, and they want something special for the bride and groom, or but you still have that communication where you can give them a really personal service and something really original.
yeah. I think it's amazing, and you've definitely got a customer in me. So
Yes,
yeah,
we've
I
been
can't wait to work with you.
discussing a mural that you might need.
Yes, yeah, yeah. It's a need. It's not a want. It's a need.
Yeah, no, definitely not one. Is it? I need it now. The vision in your head, and you're like, no, that wall needs. I need to tell my other half that this wall needs me.
Yeah, on top of a lot of other things that my house currently needs. Yes, definitely
Yes.
need to have nice artwork to look out of the window at.
Yeah, absolutely. I think everyone's getting really like with COVID and that. That everyone is feeling their space at home more,
Yeah,
and I think that they're wanting to make it because they've been sat in their space. They can see everything that needs to be done and what it's lacking. And I think that we've had a lot of little nest builders during lockdown that have been becoming quite proud of their space and working in the garden, and
yeah.
which is quite good for me because I find that people have decided that they need uh, art.
Yeah, they've been staring at the same blank walls and decided, right, I
I
need a
know,
bespoke.
yeah, that needs something. And also, people are online a lot. So, like when they're looking online, I'm sort of part of a few people that are like part of like home groups where they're putting up their interiors and every so often I can't resist it. They'll say, "What does this wall need?" Well, I'm completely biased, but I think it needs a mural. Or maybe a limited edition print, and then I'm like, don't ask me. Clearly, got ulterior motives. Some of these houses, though, like, oh, they are just stunning.
Yeah, I bet you get to see, it's nice. Yeah, obviously I do as well, but yeah, you
Yeah,
get
yeah,
to sort of
totally.
think, right, what could we do with this? So yeah,
Yeah,
it's great.
I'm terrible. I see a blank wall, and I'm like, this either needs. Our house is bonkers. We've got so many random murals all up in my hallway. We've got a giraffe and a zebra in the garden on the wall. We've got a hallway covered with birds and trees, and
Um,
I also love all the textures as well. So I've actually glued buttons and different types of collage wallpaper going up the stairs.
oh, that's really cool.
It was such a boring hallway, and now it's lovely.
Oh,
Took a little
I'll have
while
to
to
come and
come
see
to
it
open.
sometime.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, definitely,
that's
definitely.
part of the job of being an estate agent. You get to nose around people's houses. So, but yeah,
You
one
should
is unique as yours.
definitely, yeah, definitely come and have a nice. We've even got like a slightly Monty Python cat in the living room that's dressed in Tudor costume, and I superimposed a Tudor costume and a cat head, and he's holding a load of strings, and at the end of each string is a butterfly.
Where did you get the idea for that?
Well, who knows? Who knows? I spoke to my printer and he said, Amy, this is a bit out there. Can I ask you what you're on? And I went, oh, just life.
Oh, that's great. You're just on life. That's
Just
amazing.
try on life. He was just like, right. He said, I will have to come and see your house one day.
Oh, good. So, if somebody wants to contact you to obviously talk about anything, what's the best way for them to get in touch with you?
So I have Facebook, so they can contact me on Facebook. It would be lovely if they come and join me on Instagram as well. I'm still very new at this whole Instagram lark.
Okay.
But it would be lovely if they come and follow me on that, and they can message me. I think my number's on my Two Lost Birds Facebook page, and also on my twolostbirds.co.uk site.
Okay, well, we'll put it in the comments on this post as
Yeah,
well,
they're
so
awesome.
everybody's got it.
Cool.
So, yeah, good. Okay.
Lovely.
Okay, well, it's been amazing to get to know you. I wish you all the success in the world, and I'm sure you're going to absolutely smash it, because I think what you're
Oh, thank
offering is so
you.
unique, and so many people want that real personal service these days. And yes, you can get it, there's these websites where you can get things, but what you're offering is truly special. So, yeah,
Oh,
I
thank
really
you.
do all the best. So yeah, if anybody's got any questions or queries for Amy, or you'd like her help, yeah, I'll put her contact details in the comments for everybody. Okay.
Thank
So
you
yeah,
so
without
much.
further ado, thank you very much for joining me and having
Thank
a
you
nice
for asking.
lunchtime chat.
Yeah, I'm ravenous now. I don't know what I'm having for lunch.
Something creative, I'm sure.
Oh yes, I'm sure. It will look beautiful. Beans on toast.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you very much, Amy, and yeah, I'm sure we'll catch up very soon.
That would be lovely. Take care.
Thank you. Take care. Bye.